Greetings YouTube, it's Matt from the Green Arcade. We're back playing some more of that farm simulator. So I think we've got our combines emptied out here. Well, almost this one. Empty enough. Go ahead and get it, run it again. Get that guy going again. Buzzy's back, he went to empty the truck. Knock on wood, he's not bouncing around. That one combine's not bouncing around like it was. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the map. I don't know if it's the combine. I don't know if it's the header. I'm leaning towards the header for some reason. At least I hope it's just the header. The header we can change out. Header won't be an issue. Not a big deal. Combine would be a bigger problem. The map itself would be the biggest problem. But I'm hoping that anything that, whatever it is, what it might be, can be fixed. Hopefully it's fixable on our end. If it's the map, maybe we can run the smoother over through there or replow that field and hopefully it won't do it again. Wait, how fast am I going? Am I hitting like 7 there? It's a little trippy too. Bouncing back and forth between 6 and 7. What happens if I put it up on 7? It just keeps bouncing there. Weird that it does that. Put it down on 5 and it stays at a steady 6. And back to 6 and now it's staying at a steady 6. It's old equipment, man. It's nice that it's there, but it's old equipment, so some of it might not work like that newfangled stuff. working on that field. I want to run through these woods and see what's out here, make sure there's no creeks or ponds or anything like that, because I think this neighbor's, yeah, this neighbor's that field over there. I know there's a creek that runs in between these two. Yeah, there's a creek, got a little low water crossing there. I think we're okay up here with these woods though. We can merge, take out these trees and merge these together. Question is, where does that creek start? Oh, right there. So literally right on the edge of this field. So probably merge this field, cut that one tree there, merge this field around this way. Dude, I thought that was you running around up here, Fuzzy. It's a deer. Huh? Kind of bring it around and merge around this way. And now these can probably be, yeah, these two. So we'll just make a U, basically. We'll make like a U around that creek and merge this field. This will be part of that field, but it'll go through these woods over here. Because we don't want to landscape over the creek or anything. So we got a lot of trees. We're going to have to get a Brooks chipper. Gonna have to get a tractor that'll run the Brooks chipper. You fancy some venison for dinner? There's enough deer here. I mean, you could. I mean, literally, there's so many running around out here. It's like a Disney movie. All these deer are jumping around, running around here. Y'all are about to see something really special. You're right. Oh, he's doing that thing again all the way down through there, isn't he? Why does he do that? And it seems to be like the last pass that he's doing it on. Collect on this contract. Guess another guy ran out of fur again. No, sir, you're done. You're done. I got what you missed. Can't fit through the trees here. Oh, I don't want you to enter into me. Go away, go away. There's gotta be a place to get through the trees somewhere. This is a 6.1 meter. Yeah, I think that 7 would work. It's 7.5. An in-game header, so you know it's going to work. Is that really $42,000 for that? let's test that out. I'll upgrade the deer later. What are you doing, bro? Water crossing. This one does better. Then we'll know. Cars. So far, so good. so far this thing has not bounced once. No jumping skippers. Knock on wood, it hasn't done it yet, but I think it was the header, which makes me kind of nervous because the corn header that we got is from that same pack. Now the corn header might not be affected, but I'm tempted to sell it back too and just get the in-game smaller corn header. I think there's a smaller case one. This is the one that I bought, and then this is the one that's in-game. So this would be the same width for the deer as it would be for this one. More expensive though. This one seems to be just floating along just fine. There's no issues here. You're not lifting it up every little bit. I think it was a header. Usually it was the last pass that he would start doing that, and a little bit in the beginning, but normally it was the last pass back there on both of those fields. I don't know. We'll test the corn header out and see how it does. If it starts skipping, I'll sell it back. bouncing, no jumping, no skipping, no skippers. I'm gonna say that it was the header. We'll sell that header back and we'll keep this one. Leave this green header right over here by the shed for the time being. This is the one we're keeping. This is the corn header from that pack. So we'll see, first of all, we'll see what it says the width is on it. This is a 9-row. Or well, not 9-row. It's a 9 snout. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rows. But it's a 6 meter. It should be 6 meters when we pull up the thing. Let's see if it is. Nope. It's showing 6.5. So we'll have to adjust that. I don't know if this one doesn't work out, we'll probably get the in-game one. Yeah, all these trees, those trees there, that row of trees there, part of that row of trees need to go. The big oak out there in the middle of the field needs to go. There's a couple more oaks on that other side of the field that need to go. Maybe a few around the pond there. And the rest of them will just be kind of selective. Some here and some there. Where did I go through the tree at? I went through these trees a while ago. Where did I go through? Right there. See tracks? Yep, right here. Yep, ran out. Ran out right there. Wish that would stay on fertilizer where I leave it. I don't know if I ran out right there or... See, which way is the farm? I think I'm going the right way. Yep. See, I'm used to having the tank on the front as a little extra. Plus, I usually have the one I tow behind me, which holds 10,000 liters instead of the 3,000 liters that this one does. I love the horn. I gotta. It's like a button, you know. If you've ever gotten to push buttons, you gotta push the button. It almost sounds like a mosquito, literally, like you're laying in bed at night here in the deep south, and all of a sudden you hear. Your instinct is to smack yourself in the head. If you hear that, the mosquito is probably pretty close to your ear. So just smack yourself upside the head and you might have run a good chance of getting it. So that's 3,225 for a full load. So it's almost $1 per liter per liter. How much is... So these are 19.20 per 1,000 liters. So these are actually, it's actually cheaper getting it from this. I need to fill it, I need to go empty the tank again and fill it up at the little pallet thing that they've got to see if that's the same pricing or if maybe this bunker is better. Y'all played the Grand Theft Auto with the snow? I had a good time doing that. That was a lot of fun. I like having the snow there. I wish you could turn the snow on and off whenever you wanted to. I know you can put like a cheat code in there in your phone maybe to do it, but it'd be nice if they left it on longer, you know. There's a lot of people out there, I guess, that didn't like it, so I don't know. I like the snow. You can have a snowball fight. I'm gonna try to hire this out from here. You may want to go back down to the other end, though. Yep, she's gonna do what she wants to do. She may want to go back down here. I'm just gonna let her do her thing. Alright, I need to move the plow. Plowing, where is that at? Way up yonder. What's the best way to get there? I think going around that way, taking that highway. There's a highway that runs over here on the east side of the map. That would probably be the best way to get there. But how to get there from here? Where am I at from here? So I'm right there already. I've learned a lesson. Don't cut through the woods on this map. It don't turn out well because you cannot, even these small tractors, you cannot fit through any spaces. So if there's a road, take it. I think there's a road that runs up this way that I can take. So let me go that way. I think the quicker way, because a lot of these field roads, they'll connect to fields back here, but then you're stuck. There's no other exit. It's a one-way exit. think this tractor, I like all the tractors from EY Modding, but some of them need a little bit of a sound change. To me, this sounds like a go-kart on a go-kart track. Or a lawnmower. Sounds more like a lawnmower, maybe. Okay, the idle engine sound is not bad. Not bad. But the acceleration engine sound and the in-motion engine sound, yeah, I think it could use a little more bass. You know, a little more, you know, or something. I like the Massey Ferguson tractors, the bigger ones. You know, they have like a bass to them. You can feel the engine. I should be able to feel the engine. It should speak to me. So much bass in it that it speaks to you. You know, it's kind of like when you have more bass, you feel it in your soul. You know, same thing goes with music. You know. You feel it. It's kind of like the sound of like an old train engine, you know, like the old piston style train engines or plane engines. Well, train engines for that matter too. They have more bass in them too. The older ones do. I feel the need for seed. We need that on a t-shirt. Need a picture of Maverick and Goose on the front, wearing straw hats and overalls, and it needs to say, I feel the need for seed. I think I can get across there. There's got to be a road over there somewhere. So this highway turns there and goes this way. Got to be a field road over there. Well, while I'm driving down the road, I like the feel of this map. It's that very realistic feel to it. Like I'm driving down this road here and it reminds me of a road, you know, locally to me. And it feels like October. This is about what the trees look like during the fall. You'll see some that are different colors, some that are green. just an approach there. Look at that little random, just sunflower on the side of the road. Look at that. That's a big field over there. Gotta be a road. A little field road or... Well, I know there's one up here. This is at the very top of the map. We'll take that other highway going back. Take that eastern highway. Alright, I'm coming right up to it now. Some big fields out here. I think we're gonna need bigger equipment by the time we get something like this. Alright. Stay with them until they get going. And you're going. Alright. So I'll need to trade this head in for a comparable, close to it as we can with the case header. So that would be... not that one. So again, there's a 7.3 meter header. We have the 6.1. There's a 7.3 in that old style. And then there's a 7.6. The case header is 7.5. So I would say this one would probably be the best bet. It's only a 0.1 difference, 0.1 meter difference. This one goes with the T560. So And this header does work with it. This was the first header that I tested out before I found that other one. Only downside is you can't make the real yellow. Oh well. Guess we could just keep them in separate fields. As long as we kept them in separate fields, it would be okay, probably. Farming's going good. I hate to hear you had the flu. We've seen a lot of flu cases come into the ER lately. A lot of flu A. We have a couple of girls that are pregnant that work in my department. They are, one of them's, this will be her second, and the other one is her first time being pregnant. And we went over there to the ER to x-ray somebody that had a positive flu A, and I told her, said it was the new one, the new girl, or the new mom to be, I should say, I guess. I said, you stay out of the room, I'll go in the room. You just stay outside and, you know, press the button. And she was like, why? I was like, well, they're positive for flu, and I don't want you in there. Don't want to mess around. And I can't imagine having the flu and being pregnant. Yeah, I had a lot of people come in with it. And I've been around them quite a lot. Nope, I wouldn't think so. She has not touched 1 inch of this field since I hired her out. She's just out here driving around. La 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 la. She's like that woman on the, have you seen the TikTok video where she's singing the Christmas song. What was the song? Oh gosh, she's like la 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 la. That's what she's doing. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, now she's doing something. Okay. Well, maybe. She might be doing just a little bit of this at a time. Now she's going south. Or well, she's going north, but she's facing south. I do not understand this logic. Yeah, this map is huge. This is a 4X map. This is Gage, Kentucky by Gagefield. You can find it at, if you're on PC, you can find it at gagefield.com. There's two versions of the map. There's the row crop system plus Thunder's custom precision farming version of the map. And then there's the standard version of the map. This is the standard version of the map. I was afraid the other version would run too hard on, well, not only my PC, but maybe Fuzzy's PC as well. And just kind of wanted to do it the traditional way. So, where are you going? Where is she going? There's stuff to be fertilized right here. Where are you going? I think she had too much holiday stress or something. Ain't thinking right. And then we'll have to sleep before we can do the corn, because it looks like that is late corn. So we'll have to go to November. We really need another tractor though. We need something that goes above 250 horsepower. Normally we have used the larger tractors. So like the 8R, the T8, the Case Magnum. But if we can find something, not that. If we can find something with enough horsepower. Well, there's the Puma. That one goes up to 300. That's a little bit expensive though. 239. 5. This one goes to 261. The really big floater tires almost on this. Duals, rear duals. front duals. Got the narrows. The row crop. Duals. Honestly, I would probably stick with just the standard with wheel weights, maybe. You can put extra work lights on it. Take the fenders off. I'd probably want to take the fenders off. Oh yeah, you can take the decals off. That would definitely be a must. Because if you put them both on there, they're on the back too, on the window. Beacon lights. It's the strobe style. There's the rear duals. There's front duals. Honestly, with this older style of tractor, I would almost do none. Instead of having the strobes or the duals like that. If I could do a single rotating one, I might do a single. Front loader attacher? Nah, not for this one. Or well, wait a minute. Does that... No. So that's... We want to leave that off. That's just for like the front loader itself. So red, gray, and then that. We definitely want the 3-point on the front if we use the Brooks on this. So how much is that? That's $145.7. That's a lot better than $240. About $100,000 cheaper. There's some beans on the edge there. Oh, that's probably why he didn't get them. There's a tree out in the middle of them. So yeah, there'll be a few select trees that I'll have to get rid of that are too into the field here. But the trees like immediately like on the edge of it, we'll just leave all those. There's quite a few trees that are pretty close to the field here. So 150 for that tractor, and then we need another 150, 158, I think. For the Brooks. So we're looking at over 300,000. Don't know if we can take out that much more loan though. Only thing we can do is try. Eight, 9. There's the 300,000. So 150, 150. That's 300,000 even, plus another 8. Need some operating. cash as well. I'm going to go to 1450. So there's 1430, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's get that tractor and the Brooks. So 260 horsepower, Michelin tires. I'm going to do the standards with weights, working lights, no fenders, no decals, no beacon lights, no front loader attacher, and then the same colors. And no plate. We'll take the plate off. So this will be our next tractor. Let's do it. So that's 143. Hopefully this works with the Brooks. And the Brooks chipper, gotta put the big one on there. 158 for that. I think we'll be fine with just one for now. Plus we can use this tractor for other stuff too. Contracts and field work and... Do the hazards work? Oh yeah, they do. Brooks work. Seems okay. Seems alright to me. Oop, there's some fertilizer. I don't know, let me lower it back down. Thought I saw it jump there for a second at the beginning. Alright, let me sell that header back before I forget. Okay. Well, let's go try to vacuum up a tree. And I know where I'm gonna start. It's a tall old tree. Not the fishing pole. Okay, so I was wondering about this. So it looks like this tree has been resized. When I come up to it, see how the circle is smaller and it doesn't cover the entire tree? That to me tells me that this tree has been resized. So This could be interesting. Yeah, the circle does not get any bigger anywhere around the base. This could be dangerous. We're gonna back our new tractor up. You might see a tree join Elon Musk's space program, SpaceX. These trees are so unpredictable when they have been resized like this. I'm gonna cut it as low as I can. Here we go. Oh, there it went. See, it resized itself down to a standard size. Any more? Nope, don't see any more. Here, let's see how much this lone oak tree is worth. How much did we get? Where we at? No, really? No, that ain't. Is that right? Am I reading that right? That one tree was worth 422,552 liters. Am I reading that right? I'm the Green Arcade. I'm in the case 7250 Pro. I've got wood chips. 422,552 liters. Okay. That's a lot of wood chips. Yeah, buddy. Okay. We might need another Brooks somewhere soon. We might have to buy another tractor down the road. That's what it says. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I guess because maybe they resized it. Maybe it picked up. Maybe the resizing adds to the volume of it or something, or the mass of it. Maybe the weight or something? I don't know. I think the rest of these are pretty much regular. That might have been like the golden goose right there. That might be the golden goose tree for this map. There's that one in that kind of supersized style. Let's see, I've got a couple more over there on that side I need to get, I know. Yeah, that took me to 14%, just right like that. Snap of a finger. Wonder if there's any bigger than that. This one looks kind of big. It does look like it. This one might be one too. It's got the same small circle on it. Let's see. Okay, it did shrink it down. So we're at 14%, 422,000. We're at 19%. 591,000. So that one wasn't worth as much as the other one, but it was worth a lot. I don't think that was an oak. I think the one over there was an oak. And I think it was super duper sized. It wasn't like super sized. It was super duper sized. So this looks like an oak. I want to say that might have been an American elm down there. This looks like an oak. What type? Does it tell me the type? It is an oak. I probably should have looked at that one. I'll start looking at them. So this one might be, it doesn't look like it's really super duper sized though. It looks like it's super sized, but not super duper. And it didn't give me the small circle. It gave me a regular size circle down there. Uh-oh. That kind of floated there for a second. Let me go get the Brooks first. Alright, 22%. Where did that stump go? Did I get it? I might have got it. That's weird. That's weird too. Huh. Yeah, these are not worth anything. Let me just run the Brooks over them. Alright, so that's the start of that. Not a bad start. 22% for, what, 3 trees? Work on that some more later. See, some of these do look big. And you look at trees like that, that looks huge to me. But you don't know what they're worth until you actually go to cut them. Alright, so we're done with that. I need to go pick up the header for this one. And then I guess we'll sleep. grain headers over there. So I'll get the new version of this header. Pick that up later. Corn headers out back. Yep, there it is. So this is not the corn header for the T560. This is the corn header that I got from a pack. May do okay, but it's the same width as the new corn header that the one we got and then the one we might get for the case. What? These people are playing games with me out here. They're pulling out in front of me. Yep, playing chicken with a combine, that's right. They shouldn't do it. Alright, so let me run over to the farm. Where is it? There it is. There it is right there. Gotta go to the farmhouse. See, which way is the bedroom? This way? Yep. Alright, anything on sale right now that we can't live without? That we can afford? There's our old grain header. Alright, I'm gonna sleep. Probably need to let our contract people get done too. Why can't I click on that? Oh, there it goes. That was weird. Yeah, we'll go to 8. Here comes the rain. Doo, doo, doo. Oh man, there's a Magnum on sale. How much is that off? 63% off? Dude, if we can afford that, we should get that. 63% off. That's one of the in-game ones, right? Is that an in-game? Yeah, that's not a mod. That's an in-game Magnum. Yeah, we got to see how much we're gonna need total. So 435 Michelins. Well, we might put Trailborgs on there. I don't think you can do the row crop duels. They have to be Trailborgs. Yep, there's the row crop duels there. US version. We'll put the 3-point in the front. Can always get a weight for it. And no plate. What a stroke of luck. 145,000 for a Magnum. That ain't bad. 63% off. Alright. That'll help us out a lot. Let's go to October 3rd. Yeah, we'll stop in the 3rd day of October and try to get those done. Still raining though. Sounds like it. Says the sun's out. But I still hear the rain. So there's that guy. He's not brand new, but new to us. Man, this thing ran out of fur again, didn't it? Yep, ran out of fur right there. I think I'm just going to take this over and do it myself. I think I can do it a lot faster. Let's say we trade this in for the tow behind one. That way we can do 10,000 instead of 3,000. We're gonna need it if we're gonna be doing contracts on these larger fields. I guess we could keep this for maybe some of the smaller fields, but get that big one, divide and conquer a little bit. Nothing like driving in the rain in an open cab tractor. Got my wheels all nice and shiny. My seat's all wet. Huh. Look what's on sale now. Another Magnum. And a Steiger. Let's see. Show me my lines. Here we go. Gotta see where we have done it and where we haven't. So it looks like we got all the North City done. Just gotta hit all these in-betweens down here. How many percent off is that? That's only 45% off. The Steiger is 46% off. Really don't have a use for the Steiger right now. I think I'll hold off on the second Magnum too. Kind of like having the one tractor, or well, not really tractor, one vehicle rule that I kind of set. So you know, if you tab to the Magnum, it's going to be the only one. If you tag to the 8R, you know that's going to be the 8R. Now, if it's a different style of 8R, like an 8RT, 8RX, that's another story. But as far as standard tractors go, if you tab to like the T8, you know that's going to be the T8. That way you kind of can have a broader library of vehicles. I think that's the line. I just gotta find where to start. Already passed it. That looks about right. Finish out this block over here and then come over and do this long strip. Looking like the corn harvest might have to wait until tomorrow, Fuzzy. Just hope you can keep food down at some point. Every time I used to get sick, you know, you think back to when you were a kid when you were sick. Always had Bob Barker and The Price is Right, saltine crackers, ginger ale, or 7 Up, and Campbell's chicken noodle soup. So that's my recommendation for, you know, flu or any kind of, you know, ailment you might have. Sleep, soup, a hot shower. Not in that order, but shower, sleep. No, shower, soup, and sleep. Do them in that order. Take a shower first. Get all the germs, get all the, you know, contagions and stuff off you. And eat you a piping hot bowl of soup. And then get you some sleep. Some good sleep. The other plowing contract. How much was it worth? It's 53 grand. I think that's way over on the west side of the map though, so we might just go ahead and go, and if it expires, it expires. If not, we'll take them over there and get it going. Well, I guess we got time for it. We're fixing to probably be done here in a minute anyway, so I'll just take them over there and hire them out. $53,000 is $53,000, right? There's another tree kind of out in the field there. Alright, well, you guys, we'll see you again tomorrow, back here at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to go over and raid John here. Alright, for everybody else, we'll see you in the next one. YouTube, we'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember, you reap what you sow. Matt from the Green Arcade, we'll see you later.